Strikingly Different Selling 6 Vital Skills to Stand Out and Sell More by Dale Merrill, Scott Savage, Jennifer Colosimo and Randy Illig book review. Hello friends, today I am going to review the book, Strikingly Different Selling, 6 Vital Skills to Stand Out and Sell More by Dale Merrill, Scott Savage, Jennifer Colosimo and Randy Illig. B2B prospects want everything associated with B2B salespeople and their firms to be strikingly different. What do B2B prospects want from the salespeople who call on them? Comprehensive sales research indicates they want B2B salespeople to present distinctive proposals, sales messages, sales dialogues, and products or services. Your prospects want your proposal to be strikingly different. But many salespeople and their firms struggle to find meaningful ways to stand out from the crowd. Even when they offer great services, their messages remain strikingly average. The primary question today is, how can sellers stand out as different and better when the competition is at such a high level? Research sifting through more than 14,500 B2B prospects indicates that a scary 42% don't notice any significant differences among B2B sellers. Many report that most sellers are the same, they're all average. But B2B prospects don't want average. They want special, exceptional and singular, positively above average. All sales activities, including proposals, must pass the RDM test. Are they relevant, distinctive and memorable? How can your firm and your salespeople differentiate your proposals, sales message, client conversations and other sales activities? How can you become strikingly different? Meet these goals by making your sales materials relevant, distinctive and memorable. That's the RDM formula. Prospects not only appreciate our willingness to solve an issue, but more importantly, our ability to do it together. Think of the RDM criteria as an equation. Relevant plus distinct plus memorable equals strikingly different. Here's how these factors break down. 1. Relevant. Prioritize the information that means the most to your B2B prospect. 2. Distinct. Make sure your product or service is different and superior. 3. Memorable. Your offering should be sticky, simple to share and hard to forget. Your sales message must be important to your prospects. Frame all pertinent sales issues through a prism that satisfies your prospects' important interests, needs and expectations. Incorporate your prospects' language, phrasing and special terms in your pitch. As you focus on issues that are important to your prospect, make your message concise and compelling. The inability of salespeople to stand out is a pervasive issue with costly consequences. Establishing strikingly different sales activities will never be easy. Indeed, many salespeople struggle with trying to figure out how to explain their offerings' distinct qualities. To solve that dilemma, answer 3 questions. How can I make my messages stand out? Consider what the lack of a differentiated message means to your prospects. As a disappointed prospect might put it, your sales message is exactly like everyone else's. Consider the prospect's perspective as you identify what is new, original or special about your product or service in terms of how it serves them. How do I create messages that offer united narratives? Your success stories must be coherent and must align with your offering and your prospects' priorities. Tell illustrative stories that are easy to follow and to repeat, and that resonate with your listeners. What is the most compelling way to showcase sales messages and stories? Sales stories need to satisfy both an intelligence quotient, IQ, and an emotional quotient, EQ. Smart sales stories show how your goods or services address your prospects' important concerns, and moving stories evoke your prospects' emotions as they consider how your offering can solve their problems. Salespeople often think they're doing great with prospects, but prospects disagree. In general, B2B salespeople may not be the best objective analysts and reliable interpreters of the vital sales situations and issues they confront every day. In many cases, they were also their firm's top performers. The differences between options make the biggest impact when it comes to decision-making, where it's not good enough just to be different. After their observations, the authors interviewed the salespeople, asked how they came across to their prospects and got answers like these. 1. It was a solid meeting. 1. We hit a few speed bumps, but we managed to make progress. 2. The appointment was positive. 3. The Q&A session was productive, and we reached a solid agreement about specific market issues. 4. The prospective client appears interested, and we anticipate follow-up conversations. 5. They accept our approach to solving their problem, our execution plan and our competitive differentiation. 6. We're in the right spot to close this deal. The authors and their colleagues then interviewed many of the prospects who met with these salespeople. More than 70% of the prospects reacted negatively to these star salespeople. Often, they found the meetings wasted their time and said that if the sales meetings had been real, not practice scenarios, they would not have asked the salespeople to return. In many interactions between sales professionals and prospects, the salespeople think they're doing great, while the prospects think the salespeople missed the mark. In more bad news, the authors agreed with the prospects' negative evaluations. They, too, reached the conclusion that the average B2B salesperson can do a better job of interacting with prospects. Providing relevant, distinctive and memorable sales activities takes 6 skills. Clearly, many B2B salespeople would benefit from a refresher course in how to deal more effectively with prospects. Start with basics, the RDM criteria. Making your sales messaging relevant, distinctive and memorable takes 6 special sales skills. The first 4 skills enable you to make a connection and establish prospects' engagement by introducing enticing ideas and a clear picture of an improved future outcome due to your offering. Your goal is to construct a strikingly different message house that incorporates all the elements of your sales presentation. To communicate the ideal sales messages, your message house must look like, feel like and develop into a message home for your customer. RDM is the foundation of your message house. The roof is your primary message. The structural beams of your message house are supporting messages. And your message house has only potential value, not actual value, until the client feels ownership of it as well. True value occurs when you and your prospective clients validate and co-create your message houses together. An effective message should be entirely about your prospect's business problems and how you will solve them. To reach that point, develop a verbal billboard that promotes your offerings. Your verbal billboard is your basic message to B2B prospects. Make it strong and compelling to gain their attention. Powerfully address their true concerns. Go from the stress and frustration of closing the books in 6 weeks to the relief and satisfaction of closing them in 5 days. A strikingly different headline for a verbal billboard directed at a farming cooperative. Your verbal billboard, whether oral or in writing, must be clear, concise and easy to understand. Construct it as a main headline with 3 supporting points. Focus on the prospect's primary interests and desired outcomes. To make it memorable, structure it as a conversation, not a fact list. Create messages that excite and intrigue your prospects. Hollywood film producers spend millions to make their movies. They hire hundreds of professionals, including screenwriters, cinematographers, grips, choreographers and additional specialists. However, the success or failure of their expensive movie often depends on how the public reacts to their short trailer, the teaser for the film. Your organization's success in the marketplace depends largely on the first few minutes you interact with clients. You want your sales message to hook prospects like a movie trailer hooks a theater audience. You want your sales message to be so exciting that prospects will feel compelled to set up meetings and solicit your formal sales proposal. Provide past success stories, flashbacks, and future success stories, flash-forwards. Prospects often ask salespeople about their former results with a particular sales or product. To answer this question, your sales message needs to include flashbacks, success stories from your experiences. These stories should demonstrate how your offerings greatly aided current and former customers. By sharing past outcomes, we build the prospects' confidence that we can replicate a similar approach and success for them, even when they may have different goals and targets. Your sales message should include promising pictures of the future your client's firm will enjoy thanks to your product. These stories depict a positive outcome by demonstrating specifically how your products or services will help clients succeed. Give prospects, why us? Differentiators that distinguish your firm from its rivals. Your sales messaging should feature many why us differentiators. These elements of your message distinguish your company from your competition. You must explain how these distinguishing traits will prove valuable to your B2B prospects. Clients make decisions based on differences, not similarities. So your differences must stand out. To show why and how you're different, explain why your distinctive traits matter to the prospect. Refer to points of comparison between you and your rivals. Briefly describe how your product or service will make things better for your prospects, and detail how your differences will enable them to achieve improved results. Uncover any gaps in the information you share with prospects. The fifth and sixth skills are not formal parts of your message house. They are steps that enable you to form a partnership with your prospects to create messages together. These steps help you demonstrate that you understand the client's primary concerns. Then your message house truly becomes your prospect's message house. Often, just one main differentiator will be enough to stand out as different and better. The fifth skill is being able to rely on prospects' feedback and to understand their situation, so you can uncover any message gaps or discrepancies. These gaps will include problems clients suffer that your product can solve. Focus your conversations with prospects on their problems and objectives. Fix those gaps to complete your message house. The sixth skill is fixing any message gaps you discover by applying the fifth skill. Once you do, you can complete your message. These gaps, which your prospects will see and identify, are challenges they must confront that your products or service can help eliminate. Finding the gaps means understanding the client's business problem and desired results and refining, adapting and co-creating the message house to be spot on with what the prospect needs. The only way to discover messaging gaps is person-to-person conversation, not a one-way monologue. Listen carefully to discover the gaps your prospects see and to figure out how to close them. You must clearly be operating on your prospects' behalf and for their benefit. You'll need both humility and confidence. Achieving a high-end, open-ended dialogue with prospects doesn't happen by itself. You must be an adept conversationalist to launch open-ended dialogue. The best way to build your conversational skills or persuasive ability is to engage in spirited conversations with those around you. To become a great B2B sales professional, you must learn to be a relaxed, adept conversationalist. Prepare a positive answer to one vital question: what makes you unique? As you put your message house elements, billboards, movie trailers, flashbacks, flash forwards, and why us differentiators to work, make them integral to your interactions with prospects. Continuously validate the messages you co-create with your prospects. Present your message to your prospects by framing issues the way that they frame them. The primary purpose of your unique sales actions is to answer prospects positively when they ask, "How are you different?" Your answer often means the difference between a profitable sale and a dead end. As you deliver your sales message, you're setting the stage so that when your prospects confer with their colleagues, they will discuss your compelling sales success stories, not your competitors' stories. And it's through the retelling of your stories that B2B sales eventually get made. Takeaways. 1. Your B2B prospects want your sales message and service offerings to be strikingly different. 2. All sales activities, including proposals, must pass the RDM test. Are they relevant, distinctive and memorable? 3. Your sales message must be important to your prospects. 4. Salespeople often think they're doing great with prospects, but prospects disagree. 5. Providing relevant, distinctive and memorable sales activities takes 6 skills. 6. Develop a verbal billboard that promotes your offerings. 7. Create messages that excite and intrigue your prospects. 8. Provide past success stories, flashbacks, and future success stories, flash forwards. 9. Give prospects, why us differentiators, that distinguish your firm from its rivals. 10. Uncover any gaps in the information you share with prospects. 11. Fix those gaps to complete your message house. 12. Prepare a positive answer to one vital question: what makes you unique? Please like, share and subscribe our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.